Good evening, and welcome to tonight's production of Quarantine Theater. We are having a dramatic recitation of Edgar Allan Poe's The Raven by yours truly. Once upon a midnight dreary, while I pondered weak and weary over many a quaint and curious volume of forgotten lore, while I nodded, nearly napping, suddenly there came a tapping, as of someone gently rapping at my chamber door. "'Tis some visitor," I muttered, tapping at my chamber door. Only this and nothing more. But how distinctly I remembered it was in the bleak December, and each separate dying ember wrote its ghost upon the floor. Eagerly I wished the morrow, vainly I sought to borrow from my books surcease of sorrow, sorrow for the lost Lenore, for that rare and radiant maiden whom the angels named Lenore, nameless here forevermore. And the silken, sad, uncertain rustling of each purple curtain thrilled me, filled me with fantastic terrors never felt before. So to keep my heart from beating, I stood there repeating, "'Tis some visitor entreating entry at my chamber door. 'Tis some late and lonely visitor, only this and nothing more."
Presently my soul grew stronger, hesitating then no longer. "Sir," said I, "or madam, truly your forgiveness I implore. But the fact is I was napping, and so gently you came rapping, and so faintly you came tapping at my chamber door, that I scarce was sure I heard you. Here I opened wide the door, darkness there and nothing more. Deep into that darkness peering, long I stood there, wondering, fearing, doubting, dreaming dreams no mortal ever dared to dream before. But the silence was unbroken, and the stillness gave no token, and the only word there spoken was the whispered word, "Lenore." This I whispered, and an echo murmured back the word, "Lenore." Merely this and nothing more. Back into the chamber turning, all my soul within me burning, soon again I heard a tapping, somewhat louder than before. "Surely," said I, "surely that is something at my window lattice. Let me see then what the threat is, and this mystery explore. Let my heart be still a moment, and this mystery explore. 'Tis the wind and nothing more."
Open here I flung the shutter, when with a many flirts and flutter, in there stepped the stately raven of the saintly days of yore. Not the least obeisance made he, not a minute stopped or stayed he. But with mind of lord or lady perched above my chamber door, perched upon a bust of Pallas just above my chamber door, perched and sat, nothing more. Then this ebony bird beguiling my sad fancy into smiling, with its grave and stern decorum of the countenance it wore. "Though its crest be shorn and shaven, thou," I said, "art no craven, ghastly, grim, and ancient raven, wandering from the nightly shore. Tell me what thy lordly name is from the night's Plutonian shore." Quoth the raven, "Nevermore." Much I marveled this ungainly fowl to hear discourse so plainly, though its answer little meaning, little relevancy bore. For we cannot help agreeing that no living human being ever yet was blessed with seeing a bird above its chamber door. Bird or beast perched upon a sculptured bust above its chamber door, with such name as Nevermore.
But the raven, sitting lonely on that placid bust, said only that one word, as if his soul in that one word he did outpour. Nothing farther than he uttered. Not a feather than he fluttered, till I scarcely more than muttered, "Other friends have flown before. On the morrow, he will leave me, as my hopes have flown before. Then the bird said, "Nevermore." Startled by the stillness broken, by reply so aptly spoken. "Doubtless," said I, "what it mutters is its only stock and store, caught from some unhappy master, whom unmerciful disaster followed fast and followed faster, till his songs a burden bore, till the dirges of his hope that melancholy burden bore, of never, nevermore." But the raven still beguiling, all my fancy into smiling. Straight I wheeled a cushioned seat in front of bird and bust and door.